Alright, well it opens in 2 minutes. Yeah, they're about 1,500. The tank I saw had like almost 4k HP. He was like 3,800 HP. I mean, it's all the way on the other side of the zone, so... Emery. They may have gone in the group, but I doubt it. I'm on heels right now. I'm going to join your group. Alright, chat. We are taking a purple core to the hideout for some points. This helps with keeping the hideout leveled up for crafting, and also helps with season points that we get. We also get fame and favor for doing that as well. Well, it's close to that spelling. Yeah, dunk that real quick. Yeah, go for it. Nice. So for the chat, if you want to see kind of what that does, essentially you get points. Those points are converted to might right here, these tokens, right? And for example, it says I've got 10,400 might. And right now, the most benefit that I can do as a new player is obtain the Conqueror's chests. So you buy a Conqueror's chest with your points, and then we can open this chest. And that's going to give us 2 books that have 100k might, or 100k fame, sorry, in each book. Some silver bags, usually a random resource, and other items.
Farewell.
And the silver's good, right? So if you do enough objectives and gain enough might, you can get a substantial amount of silver through that. Now, if you're premium, that also progresses you here in the season rewards. It also progresses you in the weekly rewards, which gives you a Grand Conqueror's chest. And both of those chests have the chance to get a mammoth. It's like 0.01%, but the chance is there. So if you're looking for a way to kind of boost your economy, getting those cores and doing objectives that generate a lot of might will do that. That was good because that was a miscaller offhand item. And we use miscaller. Oh, you also get siphon, I forgot, from those chests. Not a lot, but you open like a few chests and it's enough siphon for a run. Put that in there. Alright, so just going to check the Discord real quick. So our scheduled time to start the 4VX content is 1300 UTC. It is currently 09, about 10 UTC. So we've got about 3 hours currently, and then we'll be pivoting over into 4VX content. That's our scheduled start time. If we have enough people on ahead of time, then we'll dive right into 4VX. But I do keep a scheduled start time on that just because, you know, it's weekday, people got jobs and stuff, so we try to make it at a time that's accessible for everyone for that type of content. And, you know, it'll be fairly busy in the game at that point in time, and then we'll do that. Means we'll run into more groups, you know, that kind of thing. I'm just taking a minute here. I'm responding to a couple people that have DM'd me through both Discord and Twitch, and then we'll head back out. All right. All that is done. Get the housekeeping going. I don't like to leave messages unanswered for very long. Otherwise, people feel like they're not important, or I'm not taking their messages seriously or not answering. So I try to take about a little time after every hour or so and just reply to everybody. It's all part of the community building, so people can participate. Deal or no deal? That's completely dependent on people coming online for that. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're definitely doing it. It's happening today for sure. Oh, I'm still on heals. It would help if I was on the right skills. There we go. I honestly didn't think I was going to clear all that. That was a lot, and I didn't have my food popped, and that's a large reason why. Keep forgetting to do that. That should be enough. Go. It's unlocked. I got a blue chest. So we get a little bit of loot. Nothing good though. Or one satchel of insight. Right now, no. I mean, we're right on prime time start right now. Ooh, demonic staff. I'll take that. I can blow that up for crafting fame. Why? No, I just don't want to transport it. So that's like if it's T4, 4.1, 5, 5.1. Usually, I just blow it up and take the crafting fame for it. It's more about efficiency. Like if I'm transporting, I want the slots that I'm utilizing to matter. I don't want to carry like too much, but if we're doing like a guild transport, then I want to maximize the value of the slots essentially. Oh yeah, I mean, if you wanted to do Black Zone content, let's say you're a solo player, right? Not in a guild, you want to do Black Zone content. Right now, with the mechanics the way they are in the game, I would recommend using the safe portal to get to Black Zone. Here's why. So, the most common time to get ganked is going to be on your way back to town. With the safe portal, you can essentially do that content in a zone or nearby zones and return to your safe portal point of origin and return to town. Granted, to do that, they're going to charge you a fee that you're going to pay up front when you leave, depending on what gear you're wearing, right? So that is currently, I think, is amongst the safest method, pun intended, to do that. Now, me personally, I believe that SAFE stands for Send All Free Equipment, because you're going to the black zone, you need to understand that, and the likelihood of getting ganked is fairly high, especially if you're doing it during prime time, when, you know, there's more population around. So, yeah. I'll check it real quick. I don't know if it's up. I just checked that one a moment ago. Yeah, it's down. But we could do the one in the center. It's up. There were people there earlier, so I just skipped by it. He was about to die. I didn't want him to die. And the heal on the burst, essentially, on the nature, it's only really good if you have somebody stacked up. But it does a small heal if you're not. It won't take long to clear this. One more and would be good. Another blue. We don't want loot. Although that was pretty good. We'll take it. And I think we need, yeah. So one of the things I do during peak hours is I tend to depot more often because I tend to do lose sets when I'm trying to level stuff up during peak hours. I mean, there's nothing worse than like getting a bunch of good stuff and then getting ganked later and you're like, oh, I had 2 mil on me. You know, that's... Alright, this stuff will blow up later. Okay, so I don't have one of those. R-back went 3 maps away from Portal. Yeah. for sure, dude. And the T6 bag will keep, so I'm going to put this back in our bank. So I tend to keep T6 bags and 5.1 bags, and I will use those when I'm going out on content, but I've gotten so many of them. I just, I'll probably blow up everything all the way to T5 flat, like 4.1 and 5, just for the crafting fame, and then keep everything else. Alright, quick bio break, we'll head back out. Alright, appreciate everybody who's been sticking around throughout the day. I know we've been fluctuating viewers in and out, today. We do have some fun content coming up later, but most of this has just been Black Zone solo roaming and doing content. There's just not been a lot going on during the day here. But we'll try to solve that. And we're working on getting like dedicated people and finding out what time zones that are available, and then we'll have groups that we can consistently do like 4vx content or 2-person content. There are a few prerequisites to that. I need to get Iron Root leveled back up, and then I'll be happy to do that content. But remember, if you are watching, simply type anything into chat that gets you entered to win the drawings, which will happen later today. If I get another, let's say, million doing what I'm doing, then I'll throw in another mount. I think we're going to do grizzly bears today. So we'll do grizzly bears at midnight for those of you who have been watching. There's somebody down here. Green chest, that's going to give us some books. So good fame, good books from that. That's why I like doing the T7s. Well, it's the main thing is that those orange books there are 50k fame each, so that's 100k fame on top of the fame from the camp. So the camp is a little bit less than finding a star or mid-boss roaming boss. The roaming bosses in this zone are 330,000 fame each, and they're very, very much worth doing. Again, we're in prime time, so the likelihood of finding those bosses active at this time is pretty slim. We're going to do a quick comb just to see if we can find... Okay, so he's doing a boss layer there that he found. Big sad. I want him to do that. And we'll see if we can find that. And that's the other thing is, you know, the likelihood of us finding boss layers is pretty slim too at this time. But you never know. We can get lucky. We did tons of them earlier today. We did get a legendary. I'll make that into a YouTube short and put it up later. We got some purples that paid out pretty well. And what I'm going to do is try to find all the Gucci ones, and then I'll put them into one like under 60-second short, essentially. I do like to add sound. I just you know, my video editing skills are not the best. So I'll have to find somebody that wants to work with me to do that type of stuff. Otherwise, I use the Twitch editing to do highlights, and then I usually just paste that over and then put the intro in and that kind of stuff. And that's how we do it. I've had the same intro screen for years. It just says, you know, any veterans of any country, thank you for your service. You know. Well, they claim to have the dynamic respawn rate for the issue. Yeah, it doesn't really. It's not really ideal. I mean, I tell you what does suck is trying to gather during like middle of the night, off hours, and nothing respawns, you know, like at all. And then you just end up wasting a bunch of time trying to get anything. You know, black zones typically pick clean. You know, the dynamic system just, it really wrecks the off hours. But I mean, it's intended to do that, but if it does that, you would expect it to respawn in a somewhat quick manner during peak hours, like right now, and you can go clear a zone and then you come back 30 minutes later and there's nothing, you know. So I think there's a lot to be iterated on for that to be better. And if you look at, you know, the pricing specifically of T7 and T8 items since the change, you can start to see that impact on the market specifically.